What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. This is a TRD Sport rear-wheel drive, finished in black. MSRP is $49,600. Let's go ahead, pop that to see what is powering the all-new Toyota Tacoma. You only have now a 4-cylinder option. So if we open up the hood, you can take a look at this 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged motor. Of course, there is a hybrid coming very shortly. This makes 278 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque, curb weight's 4,300 pounds, and this can tow about 6,400 pounds. On top of all that, as far as fuel economy goes, this truck runs on an 18.2 gallon fuel tank, and you can expect 20 in the city with 24 out on the highway. Moving to the styling, you got a nice set of LED headlights, dark housing, halogen for the turn signal bulb, gloss black for the grille surround, nice openings all throughout it with your Toyota badge. There's also active grille shutters in there. Then you can see some trim on the far side, one of the openings in the cool design for these front fenders, and then you have a massive air dam down below to improve that efficiency. You do get LED fog lights, forward parking sensors, forward safety sensor, another opening down below. This definitely still looks like a Tacoma. However, the updates for this all-new 4th gen look great. It's really a modern looking truck, great aggressive lines all throughout it like the new Tundra. You got a fake hood scoop up on top, finished in body color, nice contours throughout the hood as well. Tacoma is written in the headlight. And then these fender flares look pretty good. They're pretty wide as well, giving it a sporty appearance, finished in the body color. This truck also has the XP package. So you got these black TRD wheels, running boards, badging, a few other goodies all throughout it. You can see part of the independent front suspension, sharp lines throughout that front fender, and then body colored mirror caps with LED turn signal, body colored door handles, and then a nice look at the powder coating on all these side steps. Cool contours throughout the side with Tacoma blacked out, black all throughout the side, and then we have the sunroof up on top with a shark fin antenna. There's a nice body line right here with an integrated spoiler for the rear, LED light on the back, your XP badge. So this is the full 4-door with the shorter bed. Really good proportions, just like the previous gen. So it still looks like a Tacoma, like I said. I really like that aspect. A big change, no more leaf springs for the TRD at least. You can see the trailing arms, coil springs back here. And then another good look at the bedside with the contours, the TRD Sport logo. And then the rear bumper caps, they are plastic, finished in the body colored. And then part of the frame is right here, it says lift. So this is a good jack point now if you're gonna be off-roading. We have some plastic trim for the step, more parking sensors, your trailer hitch, all your connections. Then you can see the X Series logo, cool inlays, grab handle, as well as that camera. And then a sharp body line throughout the tailgate that matches that roof. Now in the far rear, the exhaust tip has also been blocked out for this XP package. Overall, the styling looks great. I think they really nailed it with the design of the new Tacoma. It looks like the new Tundra, honestly. I really like that a lot. We have the soft open as well for the tailgate. And then you can see we have the composite material like previous generations. There's a 3-prong outlet on the far right side, along with storage underneath it. 3 of these slides to put different hooks, LED lights in here. And then when you open that up, we have a 12-volt storage as well as a USB. You're gonna have metal tow hooks in all 4 corners, just like previous generations. And this doesn't weigh anything. Super easy to go ahead and close. Making our way inside, gas cap is over here. Nice design as you expect. And then moving to the back seats. So this TRD Sport has a nice 2-tone interior with blue accents. You got a plastic armrest back here with just some normal plastic material, grab handle, window control, tons of storage all down below. And I like the fabric. You got a cool gray and lighter gray 2-tone. Some nice stitching. You can grab this and this will fold down nice and flat. Got your sub for the JBL, a little bit of storage on that passenger side. And then the only real amenities are 2 USB ports and a 3-prong outlet. There's a little storage over there as well. Now hopping inside, I'm 5'11". There are 2 cup holders at least. So with the driver's seat at my height, my knees are against the fabric, so kind of on the small side. If I close the door, there is good headroom. Yeah, about 3 inches of headroom for me. A nice amount of glass. The seats are cushy. They have a lot of good padding. You're sinking kind of low in them, and this is a little straight up. So it's not the most comfortable or most roomy back seat. I think the competition does do a little bit better job. It's decent enough for maybe a couple hours if needed. So not the worst, but certainly not the best back seats for this segment. However, when we go to the driver's seat, we have a lot of cool features. Opening up the door now, you're gonna have power seats for the driver and passenger. And then taking a look at the door panel, we do have a vinyl material now with a little bit of padding, TRD on the blue, nice grab handle, and I like the hidden storage all throughout here and a ton of storage space down below. Massive JBL speaker, all of your window controls, mirror controls, things like that. Carpeted floor mats with the badging, all of your controls with lumbar support. And you even got some nice lower bolsters as well as back bolsters. So these are pretty comfortable seats. They look good too. Nice two-tone, you got that sunroof up on top, and the steering wheel is really nice and modern. You can see we have the perforations throughout it. Got the gray color controls on the left side. Right side is all of your cruise control. Got some fake stitching as well. And then starting up the 4-cylinder, taking a look at some of the controls down below. We have drive modes. We have your park and brake and brake hold. And when you toggle this drive mode left and right, you can see the 3 different modes that are gonna pop up within the gauge cluster. We have our shifter. We pop this into reverse. Good size backup camera. You're able to adjust some of that. And then taking a look down below, we have your temperature control, fan speed on these big dials, heated seats and steering wheel. You can easily turn on those. I like how these are toggles up and down. We have plugs over on the far right side with more hidden storage space, good size grab handle, wireless phone charging, and then this is the screen you're gonna see in all modern Toyotas. If you're familiar with that, pretty simple the way everything is laid out. Really nothing too fancy, however, you got a lot of good information overall. Now over on the far right side, good size glove box, and then I really like more of this blue accent. It looks really cool in this truck. There's storage here, black on the dashboard, and we have the speaker that will pop out. So this is a JBL wireless Bluetooth speaker that's always gonna be charged, of course, when it's plugged in. So you can go on an adventure, take your tunes with you, and then that just clips back into place. You can also see your brake trailer gain. You're able to adjust that. Then we have controls over on the left side for a few more things. Taking a look at the gauge cluster, you have a pretty nice screen here with the digital information. Left side, you got boost gauge and RPM, speedometer on the right. Then you can cycle through a few different things for the main screen. Up on top, we got that nice sunroof. Pretty good visibility over your right shoulder like any truck is gonna be. Same with your left side. And then we have dome lights. We also have sunglass holder, and then your garage door buttons are right here. All right guys, so we are setting off now in the new Tacoma. One thing, just disregard all the stuff that's going on the dash. It just needs a reset. So normal driving with the new Tacoma, I almost said Tundra. This is really nice so far. So I've already driven it a little bit. The seating position is really good. They're both power seats. It really gives you a lot of versatility with how you want to sit. You know, at 5'11", I can sink way down to where the roof is really far from my head, or I can pick the seat way up and be way too high. So I think this is really gonna be a comfortable truck for a lot of people. I know the previous gens, not everybody was the biggest fan of the seating position, but this fits me perfectly. Really good seats themselves, like the padding is nice. Steering wheel feels a little big, but honestly I kind of like it. You got really thick sides to grab onto, tilting and telescoping, so you really have a lot of different ways to adjust this truck. Visibility is pretty good. I love all these cool contours in that hood. It looks super cool. Definitely a tough feeling truck. Mirrors all do a good job when you're looking over your left and right shoulders as well. So honestly, like, this is a nice truck. It feels like a good upgrade from the old one, and it feels like a high up truck too. It doesn't feel like a little wimpy truck. This thing feels nice and new. Comfortable armrest left and right side of me. Pretty good ergonomics. One thing I would say is the storage right here is a little tight actually getting there. Like if I had my phone sitting in here, I mean, it's kind of awkward to stick your hand in there. So a little weird on that, you know, smaller items maybe. But overall, pretty good ergonomics, and the storage solutions are a good touch. I mean, there's tons of storage in this truck. It really makes it feel really nice to be in. So, big things, the new engine and the transmission. Let's go into the sport mode. We just give it a little bit of gas, getting up to speed. This feels like a super smooth to drive truck already. The suspension, very nice, very forgiving. So I'm already liking the driving dynamics. So let's get up to speed now. Just giving it a little bit of gas. So sport mode rings it out just a little bit more. This thing's peppy, honestly. The hybrid's even gonna be faster, but this is peppy. It gets up to speed nicely. You don't feel the transmission. There's no gear hunting, anything weird like that. Having more gears than the previous generation, it feels like it's just handling the power better. It's smoother to drive. The steering, I mean, there's some body roll, but again, this is an off-road focused truck, so you're not gonna be ripping it through turns. But the steering is very comfortable. We're on a very bumpy road, and it's absorbing bumps well. This feels like a very, very nice truck. I'm really impressed with it. You know, it still feels like a truck at the end of the day. It doesn't just feel like some crossover or anything. I know some trucks these days are losing the sense of truckness, I guess we could call it. But this feels nice. It feels like a good step up. Hitting the brakes, they also do a good job. One thing I like, I don't feel as much brake dive. One thing I don't like with the previous gen Tacoma, so much brake dive. It's not a good on-road truck. It's fine, but the competition's better. This feels like a very good on-road truck. Getting back up to some speed. Throttle response is nice. I mean, it's peppy. I mean, that's 45 with barely touching the gas and hitting the brakes hard. We are just slowly diving, not some crazy brake dive. So I'm liking the confidence this has as a on-road vehicle. I'm really liking it. It just feels smoother and a big step up. Let's do a little turnaround, check out the turning circle. It still is a smaller truck to where, just like the old Tacoma, you know, it was easy to pinpoint, easy to navigate. You know, not everybody wants a Tundra, some massive truck. So this still gives you that. It still gives you that smaller, compact footprint, and yet it's roomy, good cameras. Overall, I am really impressed. This thing drives like a nice new truck. Way to go, Toyota.